Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach, and this is my video about what's the deal? What's the deal with episode 5 of Peace? What's wrong with episode 5 of Peacemaker? I mentioned this before. I got like 19 minutes, I think it was, into the first episode, and I just quit. I couldn't take the hipster boomer humor and the current day isms in casting and writing. And nobody really argued with me about that. They're like, yeah, the first episode was hard to get through. But starting about episode 3, people were asking me to reconsider it. And then I did a poll asking people, should I watch them all or should I just skip to episode 4, which was the current one at the time? And most people said to watch all of them. It's like, I got shit to do. So I was at the gym. I needed something to do while doing cardio, so I downloaded episode 5 beforehand, and I just watched that while doing cardio, and it was good. It was solid. That being said, I don't know if I'm going to watch the next episode. I learned this trick. It took me years, but I learned this trick with the Netflix Marvel series. You only have to watch 3 episodes of any season. You watch the first one, you watch the last one, and you watch one of them in the middle. And you will understand basically everything. In fact, you can even kind of skip the middle one as well. They set a bunch of stuff up in the first one, they resolve it in the last one, and then you spare yourself. I still remember when Karen Page was bidding on office furniture in a 10-minute scene, and I was like, ain't nobody got time for that. So anyway, I can't say I almost quit. I had a lot of options. You know, sometimes my gym is in a dead spot. Like there is like no freaking data plan out here at all. They say they've got Wi-Fi. I've never been able to connect. So you got to download. Sometimes you're watching a movie because it's all you have. I got like 7 things downloaded. So I could have switched, and I finished it. So let's name what's good. First of all, John Cena, born for this role. I'm not going to say he's born for the character because this is James Gunn doing a complete page 1 rewrite of the character, but this is weirdly enough what he's going to be known for. You know, when he passes away, it's going to be WWE wrestler, right? And played the role of Peacemaker. That's going to be in his in his obituary. So he's fantastic. One of the things I like is that they keep him in the uniform. I was afraid they do this thing where it's like, oh, I don't want to wear that stupid uniform, so I'm just gonna. No, he wears that stupid uniform pretty much constantly. It's freaking awesome. Also, the second lead, which is a black lesbian, which is mandatory in every TV show. It's funny. I'm watching, and just like that, there's like 5 people on. I first noticed this in comics. There's like 5 people on the writing staff. 2 are black women and one of them is lesbian. Like, that's so 2022. That does not remotely match the demographics of this country or any country. But in media, in TV, that's considered average. But yeah, I'm blanking on her name. I know her as Tasty from Orange is the New Black, which I liked for like 3 seasons and then I forgot it existed. Yeah, she is good, and that's what people are saying. They're like, yes, we know black lesbian is a complete cliche in modern TV, but she's not a cliche. She's a good character, and she is. Then the other things that I thought were excruciating, like this whole support staff was in the Suicide Squad, and there was nothing special about them except for the black lesbian and the other guy. Okay, like 2 of them. Okay, 2 or 3 of them. They actually seem to do something with it. The generic white geeky nerd, they actually did something with him here. The generic white girl who's good at everything, they seem to be doing some stuff with her here. So okay, so I think I don't think I'm going to go back and watch any of the past episodes, but this one I did enjoy. I don't know how much action was in the other episodes, but there was way more than I thought there was, and it was good action. Like, it looked like movie quality. That being said, right at the beginning, there were some things that almost pushed me out. First of all is James Gunn's boomer hipster humor, in which he can't imagine any world where every single person of every age, race, nationality, everything, has the same cult. No, I don't care about these niche musical bands from the 1970s that are everything to you. You've really milked that dry. That's enough of that, okay? The other thing is that you have Peacemaker's father, who is a racist. I don't know if you watch a lot of TV show. Every TV show nowadays has a white supremacist villain. Like, you would think that it was just a daily occurrence in America to run across a white supremacist in a hate group. It's not. It's not. The FBI does studies. We have 1/3 billion people. There's like 7,000 white supremacists in the whole country of 1/3 billion. But it's Russian bad guys, and you got the white supremacists and black lesbians, and that's like 50% of characters in TV shows these days. So there's an interrogation scene. They're actually doing an interesting storyline where a guy who's a bad guy got framed for a murder he didn't, a crime he didn't commit. And so the cops are like, look, this guy's a piece of shit, but he didn't do it. And so there's a whole cool thing. But there's also the things have to happen. Like when I see I'm not sure what she is. She like state police, FBI agent. When you see this teeny tiny Asian woman and the white guy who's her partner, she's the lead, and all he does is he's just like the sidekick. Like, that's going to happen. You also know that when she goes in to see the white supremacist, like, he's going to make a comment on her race, like, immediately. Like, every line he says is something racist, or at least racial. Like, that's not good writing. It's just saying, like, hey, everyone, I'm not racist. I wouldn't do this. Except for you have an Asian character, and all you can think of is their race. Like, that's all they are, basically. So then they start doing this banter. And the other thing is that James Gunn said that he wrote this on lockdown. He didn't even have a deal. He just wrote it, and then he asked, had a meeting. It definitely seems like something that was written during pandemic. Like, there's a lot of vamping that's not that funny. There's a lot of like, wouldn't it be funny if Peacemaker named a bunch of people that could have been framed instead of his father? But then it just goes on forever, and it's not really funny. And it goes on forever, and he starts naming fictional people who are dead, and it just becomes like, this just seems like a bunch of people that James Gunn would rattle off the top of his head if you said, name a bunch of people living or dead, fictional or not fictional. It doesn't seem like something that Peacemaker himself would say. Like I said, really good action sequences, a lot of current year predictability, still worth it. I had fun. The costumes are amazing. And the effects, mind you, again, I know this isn't technically a TV show, it's a streaming service show. It's not a movie, it's not in theaters. I mean, go look at the CW Flash TV show and the level of special effects. And then look at this. Like, this is movie quality. They had a freaking gorilla. Okay, spoiler. There's a gorilla. Spoiler. If you have a super-powered, super strong, superhuman like Peacemaker, and he gets kicked by a gorilla, you go, oh shit, he's so strong he can survive getting kicked by a gorilla. Then you have an out-of-shape lesbian and another woman survive with equal measure, and it just looks like that, it's like Worf syndrome type of thing, except for it's like reverse Worf syndrome. I don't know. Actually, it's nothing like Worf. Worf syndrome where you want to show someone's tough, so they'll throw Worf across the bridge of the Enterprise. But then Worf is always being used as an example of toughness. It doesn't make the opponent look tough. It just makes Worf look weak. So now we have established that Peacemaker can take the same hit that an out-of-shape woman can take. The show's called Peacemaker. It's fine for the support staff to get kicked and get knocked out, put into a coma, killed, or they're just out of the fight. Nobody was out of the fight. They were still in the fight, and it's constant. That being said, the costumes are amazing. Peacemaker and Vigilante look amazing. The effects were movie quality, like a good movie. So, yeah, it's a recommend. Am I going to watch the next episode. It depends on how much cardio I'm doing and how much stuff I need to watch while doing cardio and how much battery I have left on my phone. I'm not dying to see the next episode. I feel like I can skip multiple episodes, and I mean, I predicted the thing that I'm not going to spoil. I predicted that exactly. By the way, just a thing out there. If you cast someone who looks like a man and a woman at the same time, have someone comment on it in the scene, because it's weird. There's this commander who looks like the mayor of Chicago, who is a woman. And it's just weird that nobody comments on it at all, except for me.